Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. All right, it looks like we are good with audio. Let's go video. All right. All right, looks like we're live. How's it going, everybody? Let me make sure this scene is unmuted as well. It looks like y'all can hear me. Welcome, everybody. My name is Andrew, and this is Rocket Future. Another day down here at Starbase Launch Complex for some exciting testing. Today we expect to see SpaceX do a full, full power water deluge test. So you may know that Starship launched on its first fully integrated flight test on 4/20 of this year. And they did a lot more damage to the pad than what was expected. And there's some theories that that damage actually caused additional damage to the rocket and led to the outcome that we saw on 4/20. So they've already implemented a potential solution for this issue, and that is the water deluge system, which sits underneath the orbital launch pad on the ground, orbital launch mount on the ground. People are referring to it as the steel pancake. Basically, it's just like this large double piece of steel, flat, that sits under the orbital launch mount that has a bunch of holes in it facing upwards towards the booster. And they just load thousands and thousands, and I don't even know how many pounds of water per second through this contraption. So basically the water keeps the steel plates cool, and hopefully that will prevent them demolishing the pad underneath the OLM. So they've already done one test on this so far, and it looked pretty impressive. It was very loud, really cool, but apparently that was not a full test. So that's what we're hoping to see today. SpaceX tweeted out yesterday that they are going to do a full test today. As we know, plans could change very rapidly. However, everything that we've seen out there today is indicative of them actually running the test today. They spent a lot of time cleaning out underneath the pad. I think they were even pressure washing, and it looks like there's some folks under there now just checking everything out to make sure that it's ready to go. Now, there are still some folks on the pad and actually on the OLM itself. Last I checked, at least, they may have gotten off of it. But as soon as folks are clear of the pad, then we're going to really start to look to see if this test is going to happen. We're not sure what kind of heads up that we're going to have about the test. We may hear a PA announcement. We may not. We may see drones fly over. We may not. And it's possible that they will escort us out of this specific area. But last time they didn't. But now that this is a full duration or a full power test, you never know, they may end up moving us out of the area. So I just don't know whether or not we're going to have much notice or not. So we're just going to start the stream now, run it as long as we need to. We have enough battery life for about 4 to 5 hours. Last time they did the test at 1 p.m. or a little after 1 p.m. It's 11 a.m. now. So 11, 12, 1. Yeah, so as long as they get it done by 2, 3 o'clock, we should be good. In worst case scenario, for some reason, if they do it later, I plan to be down here all day if I need to be. But we're going to capture video of the test regardless of if the stream's up. But I see a very unlikely situation where they don't test until that late in the day. So I think we should be good. So let me switch over to full PTZ camera and welcome everybody in chat. Welcome El Hungaro, welcome El Chino, welcome M. Tomas, Stephanie B, welcome, thanks for moderating. Nightbot, welcome Nightbot. Adrian Viplak, welcome from Hungary. M. Thomas, I said. Andy M, welcome. Todd Bernal is here, welcome. Welcome Todd, welcome everybody. So as you can see, there is at least 1 or 2 individuals underneath the OLM there. So they will have to move before this test happens, of course. So we got quite a good view here for the test. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'll be popping in and off of commentary while we wait. There's a couple other things that I need to do in parallel to us being on stream here today. So I just wanted to welcome in everybody, and we'll see what happens here. Now, we're using our PTZ camera for the stream today. So as you can see, it's not the highest frame rate. and you know, it's pretty decent quality. It's not the top quality, but that's just because I want to make sure our full quality 4K camera has the best view, which means that we're not gonna be streaming with that camera today. That's gonna be just on the side, and we're gonna record with that, and we'll be able to post some beautiful videos after today's test. So we're not going with the 4K on the stream here today, but I still think we're going to get a beautiful, beautiful view of the test here. And I just want to make sure I capture that best shot in 4K. Welcome, Maros Adam. El Chino says we're getting closer to the static fire. I do agree. I'm really excited to see this. As long as this deluge test goes well, I'm really excited to see a static fire with the deluge test. That's going to be really exciting. Zoltan's here. Welcome, Zoltan. Zoltan. Huge shout out to the Space Junkie community, many of which are from Hungary. Welcome everybody from Hungary. Very much appreciate you being here today for today's test. Y'all are great. Exclamation point junkie in chat. The more I think about it, I might be able to actually get the full quality camera for stream as well. Let me play around with some things. I forgot that I bought this extremely long HDMI cable. We're actually going to be able to get the 4K camera on stream too, so we will have the best view even when that's fully recording, so that'll be great. Space Girl Falcon is here. Howdy, everybody. Did you bring your swimsuit, Andrew? I didn't today, but it wouldn't be the first time that I ended up in the Gulf in my regular shorts, so we'll see what happens. It's definitely a hot one out here today. If they end up kicking us out of this spot, I'll leave the Jeep here and I'll leave the cameras running, but I'll probably have to go over and hang out in the Gulf. It's so hot while they run the test. But I don't know if we're gonna get kicked out of here. We'll see. So I'm just gonna let my the good camera finish fully charging. Although we don't exactly know when this thing's gonna happen. It does look like the pad is pretty clear at this point. Maybe I'll just get it set up with a battery pack. So let me work on that, folks. MC Portfolio says great quality picture. It should get better here even in a second. All right, let's get the even better camera going. You ready? Watch this. PTZ camera, better camera. All right, I need to pan down a little bit. I need to also get rid of that. All right, let's see who else is in chat. McPortfolio, welcome. Denny's, welcome. Slot, welcome. Thomas, are there people still in the launch area? Someone was still there 10 minutes ago. Sorry for bad English. Oh, no, that was great English, actually. No worries either way. Yeah, there's somebody on top of the OLM right now. You can see them in the white hat there. So we'll have to wait to see them clear out completely. Zada says, hi, Rocket Future. This is a good spot to see the Deluge test. I expect it to come after noon their time, after morning workers have left for lunch. Makes sense to me. Like I said, last time they did it around 1. So it could be, any time between now and 1 or even later, but they're making quick work of clearing the pad. Oh, yeah, there's a couple folks down below, too, that you can see on the left-hand side. Get you a split screen here too. How far am I away from the pad? Probably 200 yards or something. 300 yards. down a little bit.
Yeah, they're doing a big water weight test today, a water deluge test. We don't know. It could be any time, really.
Mario is asking, when is this supposed to happen? Actually, you know what? Let me do another quick intro just so if people trickled in, I can just let everybody know what's happening here. Let me edit one of my scenes first, though. Let's go this. Let's change that. Image. Testing. Yeah, so let's fix this camera here. So the question was, when is this supposed to happen? We don't really know. Sorry, I'm just making some camera adjustments here. We don't really know exactly when it's going to happen, but for anybody just joining, we expect to see SpaceX do the full-powered water deluge test today. They tweeted about it yesterday. Last time they did a water deluge test, it was between like 1 and 1:30, I believe, or somewhere around there. But no real indication of what time they're going to go today. But they've been working all morning on getting the pad ready. So it looks like they're well on their way in preparations and doing all the prereqs that are required before the test. It's not imminent within the next 10 or 20 minutes. Definitely not in the next 10. There's still people up on the orbital launch mount. If you look closely at the bottom of booster 9, there's some folks on the right-hand side there. So they'll have to clear out. Somebody in chat was theorizing it would probably happen sometime this afternoon, and I probably agree with that, but we're just not too sure exactly, so we're going to have to keep our eye on it. So I'm going to keep you live views the whole time. But now that I'm set up and everything's good, I'm gonna take a quick 5 and sit in the AC, drink some water, and cool down. Really, really hot out here today, and I just want to make sure I can withstand the day without passing out if possible. So I'm gonna take it easy. So I'm gonna sit in the Jeep for a minute here, and we're gonna keep the sound is a bit echoey. Interesting. Oh, I see why. Is the sound better now? Thanks for that info slot. I wouldn't have seen that if you didn't mention it. Let me check my other scenes here to make sure that I fixed the same thing. Yeah, I think we're good now. Let me know if the audio is better now. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to set my Jeep here for a minute, cool off a little bit, and keep your eyes peeled in case they go for this thing. Mario says 5x5. Tree says yes. Everybody's saying yes. Okay, awesome. That was an easy fix. Hey, Faded Jedi. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know about the sound, folks. A lot better now. All right, so I'm still sitting in the Jeep, and I have my eye on chat, so we're good here. As you can see, there's some more folks at the bottom there on the left-hand side. A lot of traffic actually coming down Highway 4 right now. And let's see who we have in our chat today as far as members. We have Todd Bernal and Yazada, who are here, and they are members. Thank you so much for being members of the channel, Todd and Yazada. Very much appreciate your contribution to the channel. All of the funds we get through memberships and super chats go right back into making the channel better, bigger and better. So again, thank you so much, Todd and Yazada, for being members of the channel. Where's everybody tuning in from? Let me know where you're watching from. I know we got some people from Hungary here. I know we have some people from Australia here. We got people from, let's see, Missouri here. We got some Texas natives here as well. Portfolio is watching from London. Faded Jedis down the street. Make sure you don't miss the Deluge test. I think we're still a little bit out from it, though. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to get the second camera going, the one on the right-hand side. That's going to be a better frame rate. You see the left one is it's kind of glitchy when it comes to frame rate. Aiden C is here. Welcome, Aiden C. We also have a lot of other work happening down here at the launch complex today. They're doing a lot of painting to the orbital tank farm. I might be able to pan over and show you that in a little bit. They really seem to be putting things back together here at a good pace. One thing I did forget was earplugs. I'm expecting this water deluge system to be very, very loud, but I'll just have to plug my ears with my hands. Aiden C is wondering when the test is, and we aren't quite sure. It could be any time between now and 2. I'd say now between now and 2 is really very likely. We just don't exactly know when. I am seeing somebody. Oh no, I was gonna say somebody that looks like they're potentially clearing road, but they're not. They just have their lights on. I think they're working on the beach. I think they're like public workers for the beach. I saw them doing some construction type stuff, pushing the sand out of the way of certain areas. Let's see. We don't know what time the test is. Expect them to make PA announcement before it happens, and workers will leave. Very good point, Yazada. Whole crowd of them gathered on the plate. Yep. Taking a look, making sure that they are probably good to go and crossing off all the checklists. Little stand-up meeting on the plate. I wonder how big the holes are. Does anybody know how big each individual hole is on the steel plate? In about 10 minutes, I'm going to have to step away from commentary for maybe 15-20 minutes at the most. I have a call I have to make. So again, that's in about 15 or 20 minutes. Or sorry, I mean that's in 10 minutes. And I'll be gone for about 15 minutes, 20. That left camera is funny the way it refreshes. It's like it queues up a bunch of, it doesn't get a full frame rate, queues up a bunch of frames, and then they all come through at once. That's the beauty of it being a network camera. That's why we get the right-hand camera. It's way better for frame rate and stuff. But having two helps as well. That way we get two different views. Thanks everybody who retweeted or shared that we were live. Make sure you share this with anybody that you think would find it interesting. Help some other folks find their passion for spaceflight. Thanks Felix Spacetime and Shard Baby, Steven Shard, for retweeting, and also SpaceX Girls. Thank you. Thank you for the retweets. I may try to lightly adjust that right-hand camera just about a degree or so or less to see if I can get a little bit more level. So the left side needs to come down just a tiny bit. Let's see. Let me check. I don't think I made it any better. Jimitech is here. Welcome. Welcome, Jimitech. Still some people on the top of the mount. Group of folks here gathering on the dunes, waiting in anticipation of this test. Let's hope they have some patience. I've seen a lot of people come hang out down here and check out what's going on and hear that there's a test happening, and they give it like 20 minutes and then they leave, and then 5 minutes later the test happens. I've seen it so many times. Test or a rollout or something. Alright, I'm going to start preparing for this call I have in 5 minutes, which means I just need to move the mic so you won't overhear my call. It's not a big deal if y'all can hear it a little bit, but I'll put it outside. It's not really like a a sensitive meeting or anything. It's just I'd rather not have y'all hear the call. All right, yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna be stepping away from commentary for I don't know. Hopefully it'll be like 10 or 15 minutes at the most, but it could be a little bit longer. If anything happens in the stream, like if any camera gets bumped out of angle or something, I'll fix it when I'm done with the call. So don't worry, I'm standing by. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright folks, we are back. Let me get the camera back on us and let's make sure my mic is live. Let's go split screen. So this camera, the right camera is no longer live, so let me fix that one for you. Commentary camera. You're gonna see me for a second, maybe. Now is it live? Yeah. All right, so for anybody that is just joining us, my name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. We're waiting to see a test of the water deluge system out here at Starbase. This is the launch complex, and they've already done one test of this water deluge system, but we're hoping to see a full power test of that system today. Should be pretty impressive if it goes off today. The last one went on the last test day. It happened at like 1:30, something around those lines. So right now we're looking at 11:48 Central Time here. So it still potentially could be a couple hours out, but we're gonna have live views of the OLM while we wait for this thing to happen. A lot of indications showing that they are moving forward for the test by clearing the pad. You'll see that there's some people up on the orbital launch mount right now. So it's not imminent really within the next few minutes. So it still might be a little bit, but I just stepped away from commentary for a little while to take a personal call. So I'm back, we're good, and ready for this thing to happen, hopefully sometime relatively soon. But if anybody has any questions or anything, please feel free to put those in the chat. Again, my name is Andrew. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our members here on the channel today. Thank you very much for being a member if you are. Let's see who we have with... some questions. Search for Spock. Oh yeah, we talked with Search for Spock a little bit about how this is just a water deluge test, and that maybe next time we might see a static fire with a water deluge test, which would be pretty awesome. Detroit Mission Control says Detroit is in the house. Howdy y'all. Welcome Detroit. Good to see you as always. Detroit says he has to go to work, but keep your stream going on the phone. Thank you. Appreciate that, Detroit. Psychotria says surfs up. Right there with you. Jimmy Check says, Rocket Future, can you tell me the new mic is in dB level? Rocket Future, can you tell me the new mic is what dB level in? So Elon's replacing Twitter with X. I'm hoping he'd change its color to red. Yeah, the new color scheme and the new branding is interesting for sure. We'll see what kind of changes happen there. Welcome Jeziero from Hungary. Welcome Jezi. So on the right-hand side, we have a little bit of a wider angle of the OLM, and on the left-hand side, we're zoomed in with our PTZ camera. You can kind of see it bouncing around a little bit. But there is somebody down there right now. Is all the concrete poured and set now? I think technically it would take a long time for it to fully set, but I believe that if they're doing this test, that they believe it's set enough. James Richard is watching from southern tip of Africa. Welcome. And Chocolate Cake is here. Welcome, Chocolate Cake. Always good to see you. Kisman says hello. Welcome from Hungary. That's cool, though. James Richard Thome. or James Richard Tome. Greetings from a southern tip of Africa. That's really cool. Thanks for tuning in from Africa. The folks that were up painting the orbital launch, the tank farm earlier, are no longer there. I don't know if they could potentially be on the other side, but they've been putting a lot of work in painting those tanks. Starting to look good. As SpaceX continues to kind of do repairs of everything around the launch complex after that first launch. Welcome, Dad. Stay cool, hydration. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water out here. I'm trying to stay in the shade as much as possible. How's it going? Osni is tuning in from Brazil. Welcome, Osni. Good to see you. Psych says launch time. No, just lunchtime, right? I want to see the naysayers admit that this 360-degree flame trench water deluge just might work. I'm hoping it does, and I think it is going to work. And it is just about lunchtime, you're right. Chocolate Cake says, let's give Andrew a thumbs up. Absolutely, folks. If you don't mind liking the stream, it really helps us a lot. And it's free. Beaming in from Boston. Nice. Quick audio level check. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Oh, yeah, we look pretty good on the audio level, so it might be a little quiet. Folks, do you think I'm a little quiet, or do you think I'm all right? Yazada says, I think it's a good chance of working. They have excellent engineers who I'm sure have done the math. I agree. I think I really like the design of it. Only testing will really tell us for sure, but. How goes it? Space Girl Falcon says it's a little quiet for me, but it might just be my computer. Jimatech is saying sound is perfect, but can we hear the new mic while you're not commentating? I actually don't have the new mic with me at the moment. It took me a second to make the connection, Jimatech. I was kind of confused at what you were saying at first, but now I realize who you are. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we just received it yesterday, and I just haven't had a chance to unbox it and take a look at the instructions and stuff yet. But that's on the agenda for today. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Battery pack is still saying we get 5 hours, so we should be good for whenever this thing's going to happen today. I'm hoping it's going to happen in the next hour and a half, maybe 2, but we really just don't know. Like I said, the last one I think was like 1 or 1:30, something along those lines. And it's just passing 12 Central right now. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Traffic on Highway 4, people coming down to the beach and stuff, is it's kind of busy for this time of the day on a Friday. Weekends are always busy, but there's definitely some folks gathering around and waiting to see if this thing happens today. So obviously, this is going to be really good news if this is a good test today. But what I'm really excited for is if everything looks like it went well, then hopefully we see a static fire with the water deluge system active on the next static fire, whenever that might be. And I think that would be really, really cool to see. And I'm really curious at what a static fire in a launch is going to look like with the new water deluge system. I think the dust plume is going to be way different. I think we're going to see a lot of white steam, and I don't really know what to expect there. So I'm really excited to see for the first time when they light these engines up with the water deluge system active. It's really going to change the aesthetic of the launch and the tests. But on this camera here that you can see me on, you can see the tank farm behind me now. That's what they were painting earlier. Again, those folks are not up there right now, whether they finished or on their break or whatnot, but they are not currently painting from what I can see. Just barely out of view is Ship 25. You can just see it peeking out the left-hand side of the tank farm. And of course you can see Hoppy in there as well in the background. I think a lot of folks are probably probably just kind of joking around, but a little bit worried that Hoppy could end up getting the X. But I don't think that's true. I think everybody was kind of shocked to see 15, and I don't think we'll see anything happen to Hoppy. It's obviously not at the Garden. It's down here in its own spot. There's a lot of instrumentation and stuff on it, so I think it's pretty solid there. That would be a sad day. Yazada says, sounds a little quiet for me too. Let me come up a couple decibels here. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hello. All right, that might be a little bit better, folks. Adjust your volume as needed. I just brought us up about a few decibels here. Yazada saying it will be a steam plume, I think. Yeah, for sure. And Psychordia says, no more rock tornadoes. That is the hope. I think it's going to work. I'd be curious about what the decision tree looks like on doing the first full power deluge test with the booster on the stand. I find that really interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how it all turns out. And I think on the last water deluge test, they lifted the chopsticks up a little bit. I'm curious if they'll do the same today. But right now they're kind of just chilling where they usually are in their holding position, all the way down. What the heck am I seeing over there? Jack, do you see that red thing in the sky over there? Is that a bag? What the heck is that? Maybe. Yeah. Huh. No. Is it the red one though?
Yeah, the red, the R, it's like R44,
Yeah.
R22.
Yep.
But it'll come like right into the
Oh, interesting. Huh. Right. That's interesting. You look so chill over there. He's relaxing. Where's the Yingling? Heck yeah. Space Girl Falcon says, I will stage revolt if they take down Hoppy. Yeah, I don't think they will. Elon, don't you dare touch Hoppy, says Yazada. That would be the day. All right, let's get an update on if there's still folks around the OLM. I'm not seeing anybody below the OLM. I do still see 2 people on top of the OLM at the base of Booster 9 on the right-hand side. Psychotria says Hoppy should be gold-plated. That would be pretty badass. That would be pretty awesome. jump in front of the camera here for some update. All right, folks, we just heard an announcement, a PA pad announcement, and we think it said that the pad is going to be cleared for testing. I definitely made out the word pad, and yeah, I think that's probably accurate. So let's see if these two folks that are walking around Booster 9 end up coming off the top of the OLM, and then we'll see if we get into a pad cleared state, and at that point we'd be pretty much imminent for a test at any point from there on out. So we'll just keep an eye on these two people that are up there, see if they're on their way down, but we might get a nice lunchtime water deluge test. So grab your sandwich and your chips, and let's see this thing happen, folks. Portfolio was asking what the red thing was that I saw. I'm not actually sure. I couldn't actually tell the distance, but it was either like some sort of plastic bag, or it was further than it looked, and it might have been like a parasailer or something. Not sure. It's gone now, though. All right, let's have a little poll here. I'm not going to actually set up a real poll, but I'm going to give you two options. So the right-hand camera is going to stay as is. I think that's the best view for the right-hand camera. Now the left-hand camera, tell me, number one, do you think we should keep it zoomed in like we do now to the base of the plate? Or two, do you think we should zoom out and have a really wide-angle shot and see the full Booster 9 on top of the OLM and give us a wide angle? I'm kind of leaning number two, but yeah, put a number one in chat or put a number two in chat. Again, number one is we keep this really, really tight shot on the left-hand side, or number two, we zoom that, I'm sorry, on the left-hand side, and number two, we zoom that left-hand shot out so we see all of Booster 9 with the OLM underneath. Again, I'm kind of leaning number two, folks. You just gotta say it's a UAP, right? Let me give you an idea of what number two would look like. I'm seeing a lot of twos in chat. I'm gonna change the angle here a little bit too. Everybody seems like they like number two. All right. And maybe I'll zoom in just a tad on the right-hand side, but barely. Actually, you know what? I think it's good. Everybody likes number two? All right. Sounds good to me. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Yazada. All right, so this is our configuration for the test. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'll go up one more notch on the angle on the left. pad looks clear to me. So at this point, we don't really know when it's going to happen, but once we're in a pad cleared state, it could be at any point. So I would just say keep your eyes on the screen. We still could be a little bit out, but we just don't exactly know. Usually takes them a little bit to actually... Oh, we actually have more people at the base of the OLM, so we're not cleared yet. John Rodriguez is having a Modelo while at the coast of Starbase. Oh, wait. He says drinking Modelo while at the coast of Starbase is a gnarly duo. I agree with you there. Good to see you, John. The chopsticks will get a good rinse off, perhaps. I think you could be right. So we still have somebody right underneath the OLM there. So pad is not yet cleared. Troy says number 1. Troy, you might be a little bit, it's going to take you a bit to hear this, so I'll type it in chat. You might be a little bit behind, Troy. Make sure you hit the live button. That was a while ago that I said that. Guys are still walking on the plate? Yeah. Electro says, is it live or Memorex? Definitely live. Folks, I do suspect that we'll probably see a drone when this thing's about to happen. I feel like they're probably going to want to get some drone footage. So that might be another good precursor to the test, is if we see a drone flying around. Tom is watching from Ireland. Welcome, Tom. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Tom. Portfolio says, I see a third water tank is on its way to Starbase to be installed. Don't think it's arrived yet. Yeah, I think it'll take a few days to get here. But I did see that as well. It'll take some time for it to get here, at least a couple days, I think. I'm gonna sit in the AC for a second. Do some commentary here for a second, folks. I just noticed that we got 100 people watching. That is awesome. So thanks for everybody tuning in here today. This is what we do. We come down here to Starbase, and we try to get footage, live footage of all the big tests, and when the rockets are moved from the build site to the launch site and all that good stuff. So if you're new here, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you a lot. That means a lot to me to have such good viewership on this stream here today. So appreciate you. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all those things if you're liking the content here today. It really helps the channel and helps us a lot keep moving this thing forward and building it up to bigger and better things. So I did just want to jump in front of the camera here for just a quick second just to say thank you everybody who's tuning in here so far. I think we're getting pretty close to this test. Again, we don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but if that was a pad clear announcement that we heard just a little while ago, we could see it at any time. Let me check in and see if we see anybody on. There's still somebody on the top of the OLM. So, again, I don't expect this in the next 10 minutes or so. There's somebody on the OLM right now, so. Yazada is wondering if they'll sound the klaxon before the test. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Before, like, ship lifts, I've seen them do it. But sometimes, I don't think I heard it before they did the booster lift the other night, so who knows? Is anyone else out live streaming around you? So there's a lot of people getting videos and photography, and NSF is set up not far from me as well. So NSF is. I just chatted with Jack a little bit. Tomas says hi from Hungary. Welcome everybody from Hungary. And Dalman TV says, at what time will the water test start? I would say sometime relatively soon, maybe a half hour to an hour, something like that. Our fry. Hey man, Jess offers a lot more than that, so make sure you're giving her credit for where credit's due. Space Girl Falcon says, wave to Jack for me. I definitely will. I will do that. A few workers want to shower at the OLM, says Jimatech. Right? I think they'd get more than that. I would imagine that that's definitely not survivable. For sure. Yazada says Jack is cool. Jack is cool. Jack is good people. I haven't had a ton of time to chat with him, but he's, from just the interactions I've had with him, he's really great. All right, I'm going to sit back in the Jeep here, but I'll have chat with me. Now I'm sitting in the AC. Can y'all hear the AC, or does it sound all right? Psychotoria says hi from West Palm Beach, Florida. I love Space Junkie, even though I don't speak Hungarian. Great show. Agreed, 100%. Space Junkie is the best. Somebody put exclamation point junkie in chat. Portfolio and R-Fry sounds good to me. R-Fry also says, I like, respect, and subscribe to Jessica. Seems like a good person. I do wish her permanent camera was in a better spot, though. Just saying. That's fair. It's hard to get good camera angles around here for permanent cameras, for sure. And I'm glad that you have some respect for Jessica. Electro says 5x5. Space Girl Falcon says sounds fine. Yazada sounds good. Alright, everybody's good. El Hungaro says greeting nerds. Hungarians rock. I would agree. And Vinod is confirming no AC sound. Very good. Very good. Dalman TV says, how can I join your film crew? Well, right now I haven't really considered expanding at all at this point. But there's a couple things coming up with the channel that I have to get to make some decisions on. Yeah, I haven't really considered expanding. I definitely don't have any the ability to pay for help at the moment. Where the channel's still definitely running at a deficit, not by much, but you know, it definitely costs more to run this thing. I'm not, you know, like I said, any memberships or super chats or anything like that, all that money goes right back into the channel. So I haven't really even considered expanding. I'm not even paying myself at this point, which is fine because I'm being paid in experience and just being down here and I'm mainly doing this for fun. If I can make money off of it at some point in my life, that would be a great accomplishment because then I could do what I love for work. But I just want to come down here and show y'all what's happening and slowly build this thing up as it goes. But yeah. Ethan says they're priming the plate currently. You can see the closer cam's water starting to trickle from the plate. Jeef says, hello, everyone. Izada says, hey, Jeef. Ethan, that is very good to know, folks. Take a look at what Ethan just said in chat. Ethan said they are priming the plate currently. Can see on the closer cams, water is starting to trickle from the plate. That is exactly what we saw last time before the full test. So, folks, I would guess that the pad is probably cleared right now. Let me look at my cameras in a second to see if I see anybody up there. But I would start taking a close look at the thing here. Pad announcement right now. Oh, the alarm is sounding, folks. Get ready. The alarm is sounding, folks. Expect a test at any point here. Again, the alarm is sounding. We should see this test happen at any point. Pay attention, folks. I'm going to stop commentating. I'm going to get set up. I'm going to have the mic in a position you'll be able to hear this thing. Let's do this. Alarm is still sounding, folks. We're imminent for this test at any moment. Good point from somebody in chat. We might see the sticks raised before the actual test, but we might not as well. So alarm is still sounding. So let's hold tight. Oh, Ethan says they're raising now, so that's good. just tuning in, this should happen any second, folks. Chopsticks have raised way up. second. Yep. Don't go anywhere, folks. This thing could happen at any second. My mic is so hot. I hope it doesn't like stop working. drone is up, folks, so let's see if it goes. Yeah, suspense is killing me too. minutes until the top of the hour. I might be going for the top of the hour. Folks, I hear the drone that tells people to get out of the testing area, but I don't see a drone. Oh, there it is. Okay, so folks, I think I might need to leave everything here and start heading towards the beach. I think they're going to kick us out of this area. So, folks, again, they're moving people away from this area. So I'm going to back up a bit. Enjoy the show. Hopefully, everything will stay live in the meantime. So again, the drone is telling us to back up. So I'm going to head towards the beach. think we're good where we need to be, and the SpaceX people just ran over here from the pad, so I think we might be close, folks. Keep an eye out. More SpaceX employees are walking away from the pad, away from the launch complex. So I think there might have been some final people that needed to get out of there. But oh, I hear things. Oh, I hear the drone. I don't know. This might be about to happen, folks. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. We're going to keep our live views. Don't worry. Left-hand side of the screen is still live. I am here with you live. My name is Andrew, and this is Rocket Future. What we just saw was the first ever full pressure test of the new water deluge system here at Starbase. We're hoping that this turns out to be a successful test, and hopefully we get to see a static fire using this this water deluge system pretty dang soon here. That was really awesome. It was a lot quieter than I expected until like that purge happens in the back. You can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but in the back there's this something purges halfway through, and that's what was really loud. But that was really fun. That was really awesome. I'm glad we waited here for it. It was definitely worth it. I cannot imagine how many gallons of water per second is coming out of that thing, but it was really, really cool to see. So keep an eye on the left-hand side of the screen. We still got that live view up of the pad, just to make sure everything goes according to plan as they wind this test down. But that was awesome. That was really awesome. Let me bring you back full screen. Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that really good stuff that helps our channel. Kismano, El Hungaro, Classic Peter, Tomas, John, Andy, Tunde, Jezzy, Portfolio, Jimtech, Hungaro, Space Girl Falcon, Yazada. Thank you all for joining me on this test here today. We're going to hang out a little bit longer and wind this thing down. But I'm just going to go back on the dune here and take a look and see what I see. That was great. Nathan was expecting a bit more than that, but they think that it'll help at liftoff. I was actually expecting a little bit more as well. Portfolio says night work. Thank you. Appreciate you. That was dope. That was awesome. How did it come through on video? Did it look good? All right, I'm going to see if I can while we're hanging out here and chatting a bit, I'm going to try to edit my video real quick and post it up. So just bear with me for a few minutes here. Thank you, John, for that. I appreciate that. Always appreciate your support here on this channel. Whew, I was getting real hot out there, folks. I was really glad that that happened. I was gonna consider having to sit down for a few minutes here. It's so dang hot. New project. Folks, the support on the stream here today has been absolutely fantastic. Really, really appreciate you all tuning in here. This is great. Deluge. Just doing a quick edit here. Space Girl Falcon says, wow, oh, wow, let's go. I am stoked for a second launch, and so am I. I'm feeling really good about this next launch, whenever that's going to be. I'm feeling good about it. Alright, where does these files save to here? Let's see. I need OBS. Settings. Video. Output. DStream VOD. Dennis with the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dennis. Says, wow, water power, thanks, stream. No problem. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that very much. And like I said earlier, all these super chats go right back into the channel. I really, really appreciate that support. Thank you so much. Everybody say thank you to Dennis. Alright, today's the 28th. This must be my file here. Alright, I have to convert it. Dang it, I hate that. Movie Maker. Drop this file right on in there. Am I still oh, it's because I'm still recording, that's why. No problem, it's my pleasure, it's my pleasure. Isn't Denny's the space junkie guy? Yeah, yep. Exclamation point junkie in chat. Space Junkie fan. Right, right. From the Space Junkie community. Why can't I add this dang file? Alright, this is frustrating. We are all from Hungary, our followers of Space Junkie channel. Absolutely. Where's the actual Deluge? There it is. Such a small part of the video. That's insane. And we were fans of Andrew too. Thank you. Appreciate that. And David as well. Thank you, David. Or David. David. I always get that backwards. You must love my American pronunciation of all your names. New video project. Drop that in here. New video. That just really doesn't want to work, huh? Alright, how big is it? 12 gigs? Jeez. Not easy, the Hungarian names? No, not at all. Not for me. It's pronounced Yessi. Is that right? Yessi? Alright, I'm almost done editing this video. Just bear with me a few more minutes. But that was awesome, wasn't it? Oh, that's a cool shot. I'm really excited by this video, actually. And how's our audio? Audio looks pretty good. If anything, maybe it needs to come down a little bit. Let's go audio gain -2. That looks good. That was awesome. Oh, man. Alright, let me export this video. Let's go right to my desktop for now. We'll call this Deluge full. And we're gonna go, let's go 1080 so we can get it up on Twitter. And export. Alright, the stream might be a little funky while this is exporting, folks. Alright, let's check in on the chat here. Have you enough power banks? We're waiting now for the second launch here. I have a pretty good power setup, but there's been a couple that I've wanted a little bit more power, but I got a pretty dang good power bank. Like, we've been streaming since, let's see, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 41 minutes, and we're running like a really beefy laptop, a couple cameras, Starlink, and we still have 47% battery life, which is estimated about 2 hours. And we were able to have plenty of battery life for the last launch attempt, which actually, since we have a real time on those launch attempts, like a T-0 time, the power is not a problem for those because we're not sitting there for 6 hours, 8 hours looking for what's about to happen with these these testings. David says, I counted 15 to 16 seconds on full pressure. It should be okay by the launch. Rocket Future, what do you think? I think that was awesome. I counted 15 to 16 seconds on full pressure. Probably about accurate. I can look at my video again after, but that sounds about right. I think it'll be good for launch. Adding yet another tank will probably increase the duration of the deluge. That's true, too. That's not enough to mid of September. You want me to be live until September? I wish. I wish. That's funny. Let's see how this export's doing. Export's about 71% done. And y'all can watch that replay. I might actually be able to show you that replay after this. Y'all want to see a replay? Press 1 if you want to see a replay. All right, we're getting a request for the replay. Okay. Let me give you full 4K for a second here, and let me work on getting you the replay. It'll take just about 30 seconds or so. Studio mode, split 2. Let's go media source, new, and we're gonna go local file, desktop, deluge, full, okay. Who's beeping? Not sure who's beeping, but it's not related to me. Okay. Let's go split 2. Here's the replay, folks. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the replay. right, here's slow motion of the first few seconds. Not bad, not bad. Next time, I can record it in high speed next time. I should have done that this time, but that's okay. That's the first time I've actually ever wanted to use high speed footage to make these slow-mos really smooth, but pretty cool, pretty cool. So that was the replay. Now we're back live. I think so 10 will be enough for full liftoff. That could be true. That could be true. All right, let me post that on Twitter. Actually, I'll just drop it in my Google Drive. That way I can post it wherever. Desktop. Deluge. How big is this file? 193 megs. Let's switch to another account here. Let's drop it in this one here. All right, connectivity might be a little bit rough while I'm uploading this, so just give it a couple minutes. High-speed camera with your mic, that'll be insane. That'll be awesome. That'll be sick. It's not like it's not super high speed. Like I'm sure y'all have seen some of the Cosmic Perspective videos, which are absolutely amazing and beautiful. It's not like that high speed, but it'll be pretty high speed to the point where that slow motion footage would be smooth. And then with your mic, that'll sound really, really cool. What's next for you today, Chief? What's next for you? Yeah? Yeah. Go get some rest. Makes sense. I would have one. All right, I'm gonna do the outro here, folks. Thanks everybody for joining. Yeah, I'm gonna close up stream. Thanks everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for the support here today. Viewership was really great today, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. It really means a lot, especially when we're having these like milestones down here at Starbase. Having y'all get to see those with me and share those experiences was really, really awesome. And I'm glad you could see it all live. Hopefully y'all can make it down here sometime and see these types of things with your own eyes. But until then, I'm going to do my best to bring these experiences to you. Hopefully next thing we'll see, I don't know, but the next thing I want to see is a static fire with the Deluge system active. That would be absolutely insane. That would be amazing. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff to be notified of our future streams. And we don't know what the next one will be, but let's hope it's a static fire. But we'll see. We'll see if they keep B9 on the pad, and we'll have to go from there. But I appreciate the super chats today. Thank you so much. El Hungaro for the super chat. Thank you so much, El Hungaro, and thank you again, Dennis, for the super chat earlier. Thank you to my members, Yazada and Tom, and everybody else that popped in today. Really appreciate y'all so much. Your support goes a long way right back into the channel. This was great. Solid stream. I'll see y'all next time. My name is Andrew. This is Rocket Future. Peace out.